Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday, June 14th. Crystal here from Find Your Road Home with today's 3-card reading. Please remember, first card, it's always for you. Second card, always for someone else. That someone else might be a stranger, a friend, or a loved one. And the third card is always something to remember or watch for. It is often an opportunity. All righty, so how are y'all doing today? It's hump day again. Can you believe it? Here we are again on Wednesday. I like to refer to it as Wacky Wednesday, although I really hope today that it's kind of low-key on the wacky, because the energy out there in the sky is like, I really want to just stay home and watch Netflix. So, let's just keep it cool, okay, universe? Let's just keep it cool today. All right, so let's get to the cards. Today, I'm taking a chance that my memory is going to work. I'll be honest, I do have it open on the computer screen, but I have not looked at the cards yet. I have seen the card for the remember or watch for, because I turned it and I accidentally saw the picture. So I know what the remember watch for is, but I don't know the other two cards. We're going to do them on the fly, on the spot. The pressure is on. Okay, just kidding. No pressure. There is zero pressure in this. Zero pressure. All right, ready? Bet. My tongue got all tight. Okay, deep breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Sometimes we got to just do some breath work, get our air balanced, and then we can go. Ready? The card for you today, and the card for me, is like. And like is that reminder from God, universe. Let's just see how they put it. See, I need to look at the book. This is why you should not do them on the fly. Okay, because I often get like confused with love because they are quite the same. And the reason is because that's part of the reading, is that we as humans, and we're not, okay, so first of all, we're not good with emotions. None of us are. None of us are very good with emotions. I suppose somebody is, but the majority of us are not exactly great with our emotions. And so we don't always know that full wheel. And so sometimes we use the wrong words. I am so guilty of often using the wrong words. And so like is like this reminder from God universe that don't confuse like with love. What a lesson. Don't confuse like with love. How many of us, especially us girls, how many of us yeah. You can think of so many times that you did that, right? Okay, so now I want you to think about that, not just about those silly boys that you dated when you were in school. Now I want you to think about that in terms of some life choices. What we really should be working for are the things that we love, not just the things that we like. So here's the thing. It's kind of like that gut feeling. I've talked about this before, where when you're presented something and you're like, yeah, I got to do that. That's love. When you're presented with something and you're like, okay, yeah, I could do that. That's like. And we've talked about this before. The ones that are like, yeah, I really want to do that. Those are the things we should do. So we should do the things that we love. The ones that we go, I don't know. Eventually, like we say in our head, I could do it. I think I could grow to love it. It doesn't usually happen that way. I don't know a lot of people who do grow to love it. Most people grow to regret it. So that really in the end isn't if you're trying to make it turn into love, it's still just really, it's still just somewhere deep down inside, you're still going, Like if they took it away from you tomorrow, sure, you'd be uncomfortable at first, but once the dust settled, how would you feel? All right. So use that idea when you are progressing through, whether it's a relationship or it's a job, a task, a hobby. Like if it's your hobby and you're going, that's the wrong hobby, friend. Your hobbies are supposed to be making you go, yeah, I want to do that. Not, I guess I'll go get dressed and go do that. No. Okay. So that's, I feel like what like is telling us today. Like really listen. It is a green go and it is a go with the flow. It is a go forward, so future, and immediate change. And beautifully, of course, it is air. So relationships, communication, collaboration. Now, does this mean that you can't do those things that you like? Sure, you can. Just don't remember to get stuck there. Remember, you don't want to stay there too long, okay? Because eventually you won't like it. So if it's a love, then awesome. If it's a like, make sure you're just like, there's times where you're like, yeah, I kind of want to do it. And then the next minute you're like, oh yeah, no, okay, that was enough. Just remember that and recognize it and make sure that you step away when you feel that's enough. Okay? So that way you keep liking it. All right. Let's move on to the card for someone else today. Please remember someone else is a stranger, friend, or loved one. And we are sharing messages with our friends because it is raising the vibration of the entire collective. All right. So that's why we're doing this. So the message for our friends today is game. Yeah, I know this one. Don't need to look it up. All right. So game is, what are our intentions? Like, are they on point or are we playing with people? Like sometimes, and there's a lot of us, a lot of people who a lot of times, like we're just a little bit, we see the bigger picture a little bit better. And so sometimes we have this ability to use our words to manipulate situations and get people to do things in our behalf, in our favor, because we can see the bigger picture, right? So game today is like checking us on that, saying, hey, you, hey, are you being genuine? Are you playing nice? You act like you're playing nice, but are you really playing nice? Like go deep down inside and check yourself. Like, have you been telling people secrets? Like, or, what are you doing? Like, this is your checkpoint. What have you done? It's time to clean up your act and be nicer to people. Check your intentions. This is a immediate stop. And if we don't do this and we don't check our intentions, it's going to have a cost. That cost could be big. It could be the friendship. It could be the job. Like seriously, like this is a big one. How have you really been in this situation? Check yourself. And then change it. That's the next card. Are you ready? So this is the message for our friend. It is, of course, involves emotions. A lot of times we do those things might occur. Like we say things to get people to do certain things because we see the bigger picture because of our emotions, because we might be afraid of something that's coming. Or maybe we're a little jealous, so we were trying to prevent it for someone else. I'm not saying that that's necessarily what we're doing. We may not be being bad. Like, to me, those are not nice things. But, like, we may not realize that the words we're using or the people we're talking to, that's essentially what we're doing. Sorry, I just somehow fidgeted enough that I unbuttoned my shirt. How do you do these things, Bellamy? And then you have no eyesight, so you can't see to clip it. All right. So game. This one is about the past. I forgot to say that. So it's about the past. So there's something from your past. Maybe there's a little bit of inner child work that you need to do. But there's something from your past that's making you behave in this way, or our friend in this way. So they've just got to evaluate it and see what emotions are attached to that and see how they can change their behavior by resetting that limiting belief. Oh, hold on a minute, friend. Did you just hear that? Maybe that game isn't what you're playing with someone else. That game, you're playing it with yourself. Our friend is playing it with themselves. Sorry, you're my friend too. So we're all playing this game with ourselves. Oh, heck. Because guess what? Wait, yeah, totally. So what is the limiting belief that we've got in the way? Because this game, didn't mean to throw it, is over, okay? It's done. We are not playing this game anymore. It's time to cut these limiting beliefs. You know why? Because the remember or watch for today is, or opportunity is wind, and wind is change. And if we are stuck with limiting beliefs and these soundtracks that play in our head and this game that Mercury plays with us, that darn trickster, we can't change. Change. The wind card is the reminder that we need to bring our walls down and trust the universe that it will not blow out our candle. That we are strong enough to keep that candle lit when that change comes through. And we have to have faith that that wind is going to actually make our flame bigger. Okay? That's the point of all of this. Oh my gosh. What was it like again? Okay. I was like trying to see how they all three tie together. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So wind is a yellow yield. So we're going to slow down. We're going to let down those barriers. We're going to trust God universe knows exactly what they're talking about because they do. They always have. And it's going to be a freeway, which means zoom, 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 friend. We are going to fly for a little bit on our dirt road. Our hurdles are going to be cleared for a bit. This one is a future. So we got to take care of that past, that crud that Mercury's doing in our head, so that we can have our future with our walls down and trusting. It's about relationships, communication, collaboration, journaling, learning, all those things. Let them in, friend. Let them in. Push out the crap. It's time to excavate it and remove it. Okay? Like, I keep getting messages about breaking free from something or someone and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but I don't have anybody that I really like, no. And I like doing this, the reading today, I figured it out. It's not someone on the outside that I need to get rid of. It's not really someone on the inside either. It's just that I need to sit that little thing in her chair and tell her to shush for a minute. That's it. That's all we need to do. And that is what the cards are telling us to do today. It's reminding us not to get caught up in things that we just like. We really should be focusing on what we really love, our heart. Stop playing that game with ourselves, let our walls down, and let it in. Let it in. Okay, I'll let it in. And here's the thing. If I had analyzed all that before this, would I have come to that conclusion? I don't know. Probably not. I probably would have overthought it and never come to this. So, friend, Let them down. Let down the walls from your heart. Maybe put them around Mercury for a little bit. Tell them to shush. So that you can hear your heart. Like, really, maybe sound barriers around Mercury for a little bit in the head so that we can hear our heart a little bit more, because it's this super soft, quiet little voice down underneath going, please hear me. I want to do this. And so we just need to listen today. Okay, that really turned out beautiful. I'm glad I did it that way. I'm not always going to do it that way because that gave me a little bit of pressure and a little bit of stress and probably made me talk too long, but it turned out beautiful. And so I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday. Go out there with kindness. Do nice things for other people. Remember, we don't know what others are going through. It may not be Mental Health Awareness Month anymore, but we're always going to remember mental health. And it is Pride Month. And so remember, go out there, support, be a good human. Just be a good human, okay? All right. I love you. Mwah. Have a fabulous Wednesday. See you tomorrow. Bye.